It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show is live on SABC3 as we have our medical chat with Dr. Darren Green. We're discussing obesity, the fact that 70% of South Africans are overweight, or of women, and 30% of men in South Africa are classified as being either overweight or obese. Something that we need to take very, very seriously because it hampers on the future of the country. We talk about, you know, the kinds of conversations we have with our children, how we are building our society forward. And earlier on, we were saying that in South Africa, we have abundance, right? Other than other countries that are sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes.
Is it just all then really about portion control, us exercising portion control, making sure that we have the nutritious kind of foods in our houses that we want our children to eat?
Even if you eat nutritious foods, if you're eating lots of vegetables, the amount that you eat is important. So portion size is important. I think the role of food in our lives is rather what we need to be looking at. What do you need food for? When you consume that chocolate, that cake, that sandwich, why are you eating it? It's to fuel a process. It's so that you can perform your daily tasks. So you've got to look at the role food plays. Some people eat because they're stressed, they're anxious, they're nervous, or they're depressed. So you've got to understand your relationship with food first. And that will then reveal to you, obviously, that you either have an idea or absolutely no clue that food is a source of energy for you to carry out your daily tasks. So you match the amount of food you eat according to your activity level
that you've got,
and not the other way around. If I'm going to eat 7 times a day and have some cheesecake today, I need to exercise so many. But if you look at it like that, you suddenly start at least becoming aware of the amount of energy contained in that food stuff.
Now let's fast forward the journey. You get to a place where you are overweight, bordering on being obese. We spoke about and we saw a video of Marnie Pretorius talking about his gastric bypass surgery. What are other so-called weight loss surgeries that are out there, and are they safe?
Yeah, so basically, as I say, every surgery comes with a risk. So there's no such thing as safe surgery. Surgery in itself means that you go under general anesthesia, which carries a whole list of risk with it as well. The surgery itself, there's always susceptibility to developing infection, wound complications, etc. Even simple things like liposuction have side effects and can have dire consequences for people, and people need to know that. When it comes to gastric bypass surgery, obviously, the lifestyle modification, the psychological impact of that surgery is quite hectic. You need to be prepped beforehand, prepped afterwards. There's a big adaptation to your social circles and your friends and how you plan meal times, etc. Along with that, there are other surgeries. I mean, you get surgeries which are banding of the stomach, which just basically decrease the size of the stomach, but don't involve cutting off the small intestine and reconnecting it to that new formed smaller stomach as such. And they all have different, different success rates and different risks that they carry. So certainly a host of options out there for people that are considering surgery, but they need to be educated and well informed.
I want to ask a very important question when we come back, asking at what point is it actually then necessary to have surgery where no other options are available to you? We'll talk about that in a second. And our lines do remain open on 083-9133-728. We'll be right back with Dr. Darren Green. And right now, over to the kitchen.